Wow, they're big ones, love.
Yep.
Whoppers, they are. Hi everybody, welcome back to the collaboration between Big OGGIE Golf and Big OGGIE Food. Big OGGIE Food. Welcome back to Kelly.
Hello.
My ever-suffering, very patient wife. And the lady who has created biscuits. Well, these are cookies. Biscuits, cookies in Britain. Hopefully you've already watched the video for the peach ice cream, which is lush. Right? In Bristol, it'd be Gert Lush.
It would be Gert Lush.
Gert Lush. So we've had a little tiny taster of it, so we know it's good. So to make the Masters ice cream sandwich, you have to make sugar cookies.
Yep.
Ours are a bit big. We're going to family size one.
Well, see, the problem is that they say use a medium ice cream scoop to scoop out the mixture, and the mixture is only scoopable. It's not, you couldn't roll it out or anything like that.
We were hoping
it's
to roll it out
soft.
like a sausage and then cut it up. So
we knew our ice cream scoop would be too big, so we compromised. Yeah. But even the compromise was too big.
That's fine. This is for demonstration purposes only and for taste purposes only. So we suggest making them a bit smaller. And if you've got a medium ice cream scoop, use a medium ice cream scoop because they're brilliant. Yeah. So this recipe, again, you cannot get the recipe for
the exact recipe.
That one, but this is a company called Intentional Hospitality, and they've done a book all about Masters food, and they've recreated as best they can using the best ingredients, because that's the thing, that the company that makes the biscuits never skimp on anything. So with proper butter, no dodgy kind of fats and stuff. It's all
proper free range
eggs. Best free range eggs. So we've done the whole thing.
The other issue is obviously, being the Masters, it is an American recipe.
Yeah, it's in cups.
So we've done it in cups. We have a set of measuring cups and we've done it in cups and it works brilliantly. But one of the items that you will need for the recipe is light clear corn syrup, which as far as we know, we can't get in this country. Or you probably could if you found like somewhere like an international supermarket.
International supermarket might have it, but basically
we're in Cornwall.
It's golden syrup.
Yeah,
we looked online and it's golden syrup, but it's clear.
That's the thing for the English, you know, like the alternative for the English market is golden syrup. So these cookies we're not sure because we've never seen one in real life, they may be slightly more golden than the ones at the Masters,
but they look pretty good.
But
they smell amazing, actually.
They do smell amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to very quickly go through the ingredients for you, and I will change the ingredients and convert them into English details in the description below. Okay, so very quickly, let's do the technical bit.
Right, so ingredients. 3/4 of a cup of butter at room temperature. Important, room temperature. 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. 1/2 a cup of soft browned sugar. 1/4 of a cup of light clear corn syrup or golden syrup. 1 large egg. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We actually use vanilla paste.
Which we all see that from the other video.
But you can use that. The recipe says 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. We didn't add almond extract because I don't like almonds.
But that's fine.
Put it in or leave it out, it's up to you. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, which is plain flour. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and that is it.
Yeah, to be honest, the recipe is dead easy.
It's a 2-part recipe. So the recipe goes, add into your mixing bowl the butter, brown sugar, white sugar, corn syrup or golden syrup, vanilla, almond and egg. Beat it to 1 inch of its life in your mixing bowl.
Start slowly, otherwise it gets messy.
Absolutely. Give it a good beat like you would any other cake recipe. Once you've got that looking nice and light with some air in it, add in your dry ingredients, so your flour, your baking powder, your bicarbonate of soda and your salt. beat that well as well, and that is it.
Yeah, you'll find the mixture is slightly paler than it was when you started.
Yeah, it's very sticky.
And it's quite sticky.
Yeah.
So
line 2 baking sheets with non-stick. Non-stick is going to be important here, guys. Parchment paper or non-stick foil or whatever you use, but it has to be non-stick. It's supposed to make 8 sandwiches, so that would be 16 biscuits.
Yeah, we made 14.
We made 14, but they are slightly large. So if you are better at judging, you know, sizes than us.
Yeah, it's a trial and error thing. You know, you can make a small sandwich, make it big one, but
you need to heat your oven to, it's 375 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, which we don't do.
Which is 180 on a fan oven and a gas mark 5.
Yeah.
And they need to go in for 10 minutes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Don't do more than 10 minutes.
They'll start going brown around the edges. Ours are actually quite brown. And they are still quite soft. You leave them for 10 minutes, you take them out, you leave them on the baking tray for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then take them off and put them onto a cooling rack.
Yeah.
And that is it.
If you leave them in longer, they will not go soft. They will not be soft like a cookie for a sandwich. They will go crisp and biscuity.
They want them chewy, and I think, to be fair, with the amount of sugar and syrup in them, I think they're probably going to stay chewy.
Yeah.
So, but we obviously haven't tasted it because we've only just got them out of the oven. So the next part of the recipe is literally going to be using a cookie cutter, and we've worked out that ours is a 3 7/16 of an inch.
Wow, there you go. We've got a whole bag of box of them, lots of different ones.
So this one will be perfect size
for ours, but you'll probably need a smaller one.
We'll use these to cut out our ice cream into rounds, and you literally sandwich them between 2 biscuits.
We'll show you that in a little demonstration in a second.
And we will taste them too.
Yeah.
Have a taste test.
But we're going to have a cup of tea, and we're going to let it all cool down, and then we'll get one out and show you what they're like. But I think they smell fantastic.
They do.
They're going to taste good. We know the ice cream is going to taste good.
The ice cream looks amazing.
So, come back in a few seconds. Right. We're back.
We're back
in the room. So they are one mega cookie.
Let's
sandwich.
be fair.
Yeah.
You could say that the Masters are synonymous, as you said, with good value food.
And
you will get value for money if you have one of them.
Right. So, a couple of quick things. Allow your ice cream to soften a little bit, otherwise you'll never get it out of the tray. Get a slightly narrower tray than we use.
Yeah, you need a thin. A brownie tin is too thick.
Yeah, or just don't put quite as much ice cream in.
Or just spread it out more, but you definitely do not need
You don't want it 1.5 inches thick. No. You want it about 3/4 of an inch.
You probably want about half of that.
Yeah.
Half of that thickness would have been perfect.
Okay, it's going to be good anyway. So, that's the first thing. And if you're using a cookie cutter, we suggest putting a tea towel on top of it when you push down, because
ours are double-sided.
Ours are double-sided, okay? So you do get a mark. But the reason for doing it in the tray with the paper is that when you cut them, you can push them out of the
And I can see, we didn't need to do that because ours came out in one piece with no problem, but I can see if you had a thinner slab of ice cream, you would need to push it up from the bottom to stop it breaking.
Yeah.
I think that peach ice cream looks amazing with pieces of peach in, but obviously if you like smooth ice cream and you decide to puree your peaches, then puree away, whatever suits you. So, what have we learned, John? We've learned
that my mouth's not as big as that for a start.
Number 1,
right.
We need a smaller, a shallower
tray to put the ice cream in.
Definite.
Yeah. For these, no problem if you're just going to stick it in anything else.
Exactly. And the other thing is that we need a smaller scoop to scoop out our cookies.
Otherwise they're big.
They're huge as well.
Well, they're not far off.
Well, you say.
Well, according to the details, and obviously I've not been there, maybe some of you have been to Matt and had one, they're supposed to fit your hand. I've got big hands.
Yeah.
They won't fit your hand. But
I'd need 2.
Exactly. So, each to their own. Right. How am I going to get? I have no idea.
It's going to set your teeth on edge as well because it's going to be cold.
Oh, that's so good. Oh God, makes me laugh. The ice cream is amazing. Actually, we were saying this when we made the cookies. They smell very caramelly. Well, they smell like golden syrup. So, and we thought the cookie would be too sweet. It isn't because we used frozen peaches or what would be fresh peaches. The ice cream is fantastic vanilla ice cream, which we knew it would be. The peaches cut it.
It's a bit sour. There's a slight sourness.
Sharpness, yeah. But then that works with the biscuit.
So I would say if you're going to use tin peaches, which is, you can use tin peaches, it's not a problem, but get the ones in juice, not in syrup, because if you add more syrup into it all, it's going to be mega, mega sweet.
Oh, please just make these. Just make them, honestly. And if you don't make them as a sandwich, just make them and put the biscuit on top. A couple of scoops on top of that and just have it with a spoon.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the way I would go.
Try it with a spoon a minute. Just so you get the combination. That is so nice. It is sweet, I will say that. The cookies by themselves are actually quite sweet, but they do have a salty edge to them afterwards, so it's almost like a salted caramel.
The other thing that you can do with this, or what they say to do with this, is to cut them out like we have, and then wrap them in parchment, and then wrap them in foil, and you can put them in the freezer and they'll stay in there happily for a month. So you could just take out one when you want one.
Yep. Yeah, wrap them in greaseproof paper or wax paper, I think they said, and then just wrap them in foil. Good, aren't they?
I can take or leave the biscuits because I'm not a biscuit person.
Well, you're not a biscuit person, but I think they work because you get that combination. Amazing. But the biscuit gives you that combination of crunch. Like in Britain, we'd have had a waffle cone or a wafer. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please subscribe. Come and subscribe to Big OGGIE Food as well, or Big OGGIE Bakehouse if it's still called Big OGGIE Bakehouse. And we will show you various different recipes, and sometimes they'll work, sometimes they won't, and sometimes they'll just be humongous.
I'll try and refine it a bit, maybe.
Sometimes we're always on the rustic side.
Yeah, we're never ever, you know. I did put doilies on my plate.
You did put very pretty doilies on your plate. We will. I've never left a video with the word doily before, so we will say goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Good luck to everyone in the Masters. Hope you enjoy the food and the cocktails and whatever you want to use from our various different versions.
Absolutely.
But try it in the summer as well, and try it any time of the year. This is fab, honestly.
Have a good day, everyone.
Doily!